using PMax campaign. So we'll start with our highlights today. That is overview of Performance Max campaign. What exactly Performance Max campaign is. What are the verticals which are covered into Performance Max campaign. Then second is the role of AI in Performance Max campaign. How AI is incorporated in Performance Max campaign, which is recently introduced by Google. Then the third is the step-by-step guide to create a Performance Max campaign. How Max campaign is created right from the scratch till the time we publish. Then the fourth one is the optimization and best practices. What are the optimizations? The first hand optimization which we needs to when we set up the when we finish setting up the campaign, when we launch the campaign, and what are the best practices which are needed for the campaign to be more successful in the form of conversions, clicks, and impressions. Then the fifth is benefits of AI driven Performance Max campaign. Like what are the benefits which would help you in driving a better Performance Max campaign? How AI will help you in doing the Performance Max campaign, designing the headlines, descriptions, then the images, then the feeds for the shoppings, which is recently introduced by Google. Then the last it would be our interactive QAs, wherein you will ask a few questions which are related to this particular campaign. So uh, let's start with our slide. Overview of Performance Max campaign. Performance Max campaign is basically a single campaign which would help you in targeting different verticals, which is provided by Google. That is YouTube, display, search, maps, Gmail, and discovery ads. These are the six verticals which are mostly used by many of our users. We are pretty much familiar with it, but uh, we are also we can also target each individual each individual on this using a single campaign to all of these verticals. The main features of Google Performance Max campaign is first is asset grouping scheduling. Asset groups are it gives a proper overview of the campaign. It gives it helps your assets to run at a specific time and day, and it indirectly helps in getting better conversions. Second is performance explanation. Performance Max campaign gives a better insight of a campaign, how well it needs to be optimized, and what are the maximum spends, what are the competitors, how well the competitors are doing in the PMax campaign. It gives an overview of the campaign performance and helps in gives an recommendations to optimize it in a better way, so that you get a better conversions and clicks. Third is headlines. Headlines are the most crucial part, wherein if let's say you are into you search for any product or service, at that time there are certain variations of headlines which must have occurred in search campaigns in the form of responsive ads. But in this case, headlines are generated in a better way, so that it doesn't create any ad fatigues, and whenever a user comes in for the second time or the third time, he would he would see a different totally a different ad combinations, which would indirectly help you in getting more conversions. Fourth is first party audience insights. First party audiences is basically recently there's an introduction of cookie consent. Based on because of the cookie consent introduction, there is way more restrictions in collecting data. So in this case, for Performance Max campaign, we usually use first party data. First party data are the website users who have landed upon your website right from organic, whether it's from paid, whether it's from different referral channels. Those users are generally targeted in PMax campaign, and it has given a better results when it comes to campaign performance. Then the role of AI in Performance Max campaign. Recently, Google has introduced certain AI features which would help your campaign to perform and deliver in a better way, and indirectly help in getting conversions, clicks, and give you a vast area to cover up. In this, the first one is bidding. Bidding is a very crucial part wherein it helps you, AI helps in analyzing the user data, and helps in giving a optimal bids, so that your audiences is showing to the user at the right time, ad is shown to your user at the right time and at the right place. Second is targeting. Targeting shows your ads to the most of the users who are likely to be interested, and who are the potential buyers, and who would indirectly get into, who would later on get converted. Third is creatives. Creatives is the new ad variations. It gives you different types of variation in the form of images, headlines, and descriptions, so that it matches with your images. Based on the headlines, it creates certain images which are more relevant to your ad copy. Then there's reporting. Reporting helps in, gives you a overview of the campaign, how the campaign is performs, and what else needs to be optimized so that you get better results. Now we'll go for the step-by-step guide how to create a performance max campaign, and how well the generative AI is used, so that you could get a better ad copy, and it would deliver in a better way to gather conversions. For this, to setting up the performance max campaign, you have to go to the your adverse dashboard. Is the same process which we do on the search campaign. You have to click on the plus icon, new campaign. First is campaign objective. It is very crucial to select the right campaign objective. Reason being is, whenever performance max campaign utilizes your base user data, utilizes AI to gather data based on the past user searches. It helps in get proper data of the user, so that it would help you in conversions. In this case, we'll be going for, if it is for sales objective. For sales objective, basically it is mainly used for the e-commerce, because your objective is to get conversions in the form of sales. Second objective is leads. Leads is basically if you are targeting any form fills, basically in the lead generation, the objective should be lead generation, leads. So in our case, we'll be going for leads. The second is conversion goal. That is the purchase we have, which has we have used the default conversion. Reason being is, the conversion setup is not done, that which could be done in later on, but at the present we are selecting as default as a purchase conversion. Now the campaign type, as we are as the whole webinar is about performance max campaign, so we'll be selecting the campaign type performance max campaign. As I mentioned about the objective initially, that is shopping ad. For shopping, for the sales, for sales, generally we use e-commerce campaign, and for e-commerce we would require feeds. So what if you are into e-commerce business, you'll have to select your merchant center from here and add your feeds from here. So in our case, we are going into lead generation campaign, so it's better we uncheck this and start with the web page. Final URL is the URL which you want to target. Basically, this when you add a final URL, it should be, it uses AI to analyze your website content, and based on the content, you'll get a basic draft of your headlines and description, so that you won't so that you won't get more, you can get more time in optimizing the campaign later on. I'll be selecting the page which I want to target, added it, and hit continue. The campaign name, now comes is the bidding. Bidding is the type of bidding you want to select for. Now in our case we'll be going for maximize conversion, because our main objective is to get leads in the form of conversions. If it would have been, there are two types of conversions. One is maximize conversion, and second is conversion value. If it had been an e-commerce, then we would have gone for the conversion value, because we want more roi more ROI based on our products. So in our case, we'll be going for maximize conversions. The second step would be set a target cost per acquisition. If you want a certain bid capping, like say you want you are spending around $10 to $20 per day, but you want your target CPA to be, your cost per conversion to be less than $5, or let's say $10. So you can add your bid capping over your $5 or $10 and set the bid capping. But at the just to algorithm to get a proper data to learn it, we can go with the maximize conversion for now, and later on there is an option to change it to target CPA. Third is customer acquisition. Customer acquisition is basically, if you I have, as of now I have not unchecked it, but we can go initially this is a new campaign, so we don't have much data for it, and do not have any user pattern, their purchase behavior, nothing is there. So we'll have to bid equally to the new customers and the existing customers. Reason being is, if we bid for the new customer, our ad will only be shown to the new customers, and the existing customers would likely be get neglected. But in this case we'll go for new and the existing customers. And if we would have been optimizing the new campaign, if would have been an existing campaign, it would have there, so we would have selected for the optimal. This is the optimization part, which we can later on change it as per our ad requirements. Now the part is location. Location, it's your desired location where you want your ad to be shown, where and what are the products which are served in which all countries. So in our case we'll select United States, the language you want to target for. Next. Now here is the important part, which wherein the AI kicks in, that is generating assets using the AI, using the website homepage. If you remember, at the initial step we had added a final URL. That final URL is been generated by AI, and that AI has generated those based on the content on the web page. It has generated certain headlines and descriptions, so that it gives you a unique headline and description based on your content. If you scroll down, you'll find there are it has also for the images, for the AI generated images, it has also selected the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn, so that it would gather all their data, all the images which are been uploaded previously now on their respective pages, and it would gather that data, and it would generate certain images and the headlines, and it would fetch in the headlines and descriptions. I will go with the next step, ad group name. If you could see, the AI AI is collecting data in real time. It is looking for images. It is looking for the headlines from the existing home page, and it would generate the headlines and description based on the homepage content. So now we'll just rename it. We'll rename this ad copy, ad group. See, based on the content which is present on the website, on the landing page, the headlines are being generated. Most of the headlines are relevant, and it includes the USPs which have been served by Vidush Infotech. So in this case you can manually add the headlines also, and you can manually add the headlines as well, and add and use the AI generated headlines as well. Now we'll just scroll down. We'll see if each of the headlines is fine, or else we'll optimize it. Most of the headlines looks good to me, so I'll go ahead with the long headline descriptions. The same is generated using AI in this in creating ad assets. It helps you collect the data which has been missed by us. It happens sometimes we missed certain major of the services which are close, which are related to AI, but sometimes miss them and forget to add it over here. So AI plays a better role, and it gives you a proper idea about it, like what kind of services we are missing, and it generates a better content and adds it over in the description. Now we'll select the, now the descriptions are also looks good. We can add or remove some of them if required. Now we'll add the images, search for a few of them. So we'll select certain headlines related to, sorry, images related to, which are most close relevant to the AI. You can select 20 images minimum and save it. Then add the logo. Business name, it is also fetched automatically. Videos, in this, it we had already added you can add a URL from here, your YouTube page. It will fetch it and save. Site links are most important. Site links, it gets automatically generated, but you can also have a control manually over it. So save. Later on also you can edit those. Call to actions, in our case we have used as a lead generation as a objective, so we can go either for sign up or for contact us, but I would like to go for contact us. More assets, which includes phone calls. You can add a random number. The number should be in proper in the particular format shown below, so that you, if you have integrated call rail or any other call tracking device or call tracking portal, it could catch it properly. Apply. If you see on the right side, you'll get a preview of it. You can also share it to your client, or just to get the approval. And here you can see the desktop view as well as the mobile view for each of them. This is for Gmail, this is for YouTube, Google search, display ads, and discover ads. The same goes for mobile. The the whole thing, the whole setup is generated using AI, which helps in reducing time. But yeah, you can also, if it had been manually, it would have taken a very long time. Call out services. Call out extensions. See, it's necessary to add these site links because this helps in giving a it helps in getting good ad strength, and also helps in in delivering your ads in the best way. Signals are basically the search themes. You can add your keywords over here. It works similar. There's a myth like that the search campaign and the PMAX campaign contradicts with each other, and any of the campaign doesn't perform best when the search campaign doesn't perform best when the PMAX campaign is included. But that's not the case. Search campaign should be run, should be made active with simultaneously with the PMAX campaign, because using search campaign you can gather the user data, which is the first party data, which are the website visitors which have landed on the website, and that first party data can also be used in PMAX campaign, so that you can retarget those particular users and show them your ads on different verticals, so that it would help you in getting the user converted. These are the keywords which we'll be adding. You can add up to 25 keywords. Here comes the role for the audiences. Audiences are as I said in the first slide, I had mentioned about the first party data, which are the website visitors. So you can select it from the recently active users, all users, and the purchasers of the users. You can niche down that, you can just segregate those data based on the service pages. If you have multiple service pages on your website and you want to target those multiple services, target users who have landed on those multiple services, so you can segregate that data in the audience manager and segregate and add it over here. You can later on also, while doing the optimization, you can also add and remove the audiences which are not serving better. So now the next would be additional signals. These additional signals are also used in our normal campaign, that is the search campaign. So you can add your audiences based on the interest as well. That is the in market audience segments, wherein you get the already 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 utilized data already there on the Google networks. So you can just select those data for a better reach. Now you can name your audience. Hit next. Now the budget. Recommend the budget. It totally depends on you, but I would recommend at least 10 to 15 to $20 per day, so that it would help initially, so that it would help you help to gather as much as data as possible, and to serve in a better way, and it would help you in getting the conversions in the right. from the right users. So I would, in this case, will take for $15 and hit next and publish the campaign. Once publish, it would take hardly two to half or 1 hour to get the campaign approved, and you can go and see the performance of the campaign. I usually recommend this campaign to be kept active for at least 10 to 15 days, so that you gather proper data of a user, and also you can get a proper analyze 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 the data, and based on the data I recommend optimizing the campaign. Now the optimization part, I've we can go back to our slide. I'll show you what exactly the optimization should, and what are the main focuses which you can do while optimizing the campaign. Optimization and best practices: ensure accurate conversion tracking. As we were doing the setup, the conversion tracking plays a crucial role, because whenever there's a conversion, we cannot rely on the conversion setup which is just incomplete. So we have to set up that conversion tracking accurately. Select appropriate bidding goals. Bidding strategy should be appropriate. Initially you should go with the maximize conversion if it is an lead generation, so that you'll get a proper track of it, and AI would analyze the user behavior, and based on that it would give you the result based on based on the bidding strategy. Check automated asset settings. Sometimes there are irrelevant assets which get automatically added in your campaign, so it is better to have a control over it, so that you are not showing the any irrelevant page which is not related to the service which you are promoting. Use high intent audience signals. As I said, high intent audience signals, audiences plays major role while doing a performance max campaign, because the users who are visiting our website are the first party users, and adding those users would help you in getting better conversions. Then brand terms as negative. As we added the search themes in our campaign, it is better to add a negative keywords as well, so that there is no cannibalization of the keywords, and it would help you in showing the ads to right people who are searching for the right terms. Now we'll start with once we set up the campaign. After the campaign is set up, you will find certain impressions are coming. There are conversions. Now how you'll record those conversions? How you'll give a proper report to your clients? So it is better to have a transparency in reporting. Generally an agency needs to deliver transparent and accurate reporting, so that the client has a proper understanding of what budget has been utilized, and what how their campaigns are performing. So I would recommend Looker Studio, Google Ads dashboard as well, and agency analytics to show the users and the client a better show the clients a better up to date data of your campaign. The advantage of using these reporting tools is it gives you a direct data source which helps in giving a it gives a direct data source which helps you in showing the accurate data right from the impressions till clicks and conversions. It gives you a real time data. It fetches the data which is it fetches the data and the clicks which are been in real time from AdWords to the dashboards which are been integrated with AdWords. Then clear attribution data, it gives you a proper clear attribution, wherein there are attribution models where it's suppose 1 day click and 7 day view. So it gives you proper attribution of the data which has been user data which has been fetched in AdWords, and it delivers it to your agency analytics reporting tool or the Looker Studio reporting tool. Then unbiased reporting. It Unbiased reporting is basically, it gives you a unbiased report wherein a user, it shows the accurate data which is there on the adverse dashboard to your reporting tool. Customizable reports, you can share your report, all the gathered report on via mail, and you can customize it based on the based on the keyword, based on the AdWords data, and you can show relevant keywords which are been your ads shown to. Disadvantage of third party tools for clients: there are other tools as well other than Agency Analytics, Looker Studio, and Google Ads Dashboard. There are other certain tools which has a delay in tracking the conversions. There's no synchronization. There's a synchronization issue in the data tracking. There's no real time data tracking. There's limited data access. You'll get a limited set of data of 1 week or 7 days, and you don't have any proper attribution model introduced over there. There is complexity as well, because if you share your data, share your report to the client, he would have a problem understanding the report, and it also includes cost, reliab- reliability, and trust issues. Reliability, sometimes you cannot rely on that data, because there is an attribution there's no attribution model introduced. So if your adverse data showing 10 clicks, in this third party tool, it would show 18, it would show less clicks, because there's no synchronization in between them. Importance of reporting tool access for clients: clients should have a proper access to it, like direct visibility of the report without any issues. Accountability: what budget has been utilized, what budget has been utilized, what are the spends, what clicks you have got. Real time insights, that is, uh, what are the how the campaign is performing, what are the campaign, how much clicks we have got. An optimization tool. Optimization is optimization tool is wherein what are the recommended, what are the recommendations from the Google Ads. Then custom reporting is wherein you can share a custom report based on the, like, if you want the client to show last 30 days data, last 90 days data, you can give a customized report to it with all the findings in it. Here is the performance report of the active campaign we recently we had run a couple of months back. We had received around 900. It's an e-commerce business wherein we got around 13 conversions in just 2 months, with a budget of with a budget of with a total budget of 432, and at an average cost per click was around 0.47. Around 13 conversions in the form of form fills, 9 phone calls, and one purchase of dollars 1706. The conversion rate was upon 1.18%, and average cost per conversion was around 33.21. The click through rate is very good, is good compared to other campaigns, because in PMAX campaign there are different verticals, and there are chances of less clicks, but we have got around 1.83, which is a good CTR. Using Performance Max campaign, we would get 20% more leads and clicks, so that uh, adding AI in this has helped every businesses, and you can see the results over here. We have got pretty much good results, but in just 2 months. So I would recommend to exceed more than 2 months for the PMAX campaign, and simultaneously run a search campaign, so that so that you get a proper first party data, and it would help you in It would help you in getting conversions and clicks. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohit. It was an amazing presentation. The thing you showed with the AI, how it created the real-time posts for in various domains, not just for the search, for discovery, for Gmail. It just makes things very simple. And I think our ICs have got good knowledge about what Performance Max was. So are there any questions you can ask? We are now in the Q&A session. Please feel free to ask questions. Rohit would be here for more 20 minutes. So we have quite a lot of time. So please ask any queries if you have. Yeah. No one? Yeah. So Rohit, we have a query from Chris. With Performance Max, can you opt out of out of any channel? With the Performance Max, can you opt out of any channel?
Yeah, channels, yes, you can exclude few, you can exclude your channels. You can exclude, yes, you can exclude channels. You can also restrict the ads where it would were shown for the display networks.
Can you brief a little bit more? I think Chris would be delighted if you get this thing in a little bit of detail. Yeah.
Yes. So once we start the campaign, in the insights and reportings, you can just exclude the channels which are there. You can also exclude the websites which are been triggered, but there are certain limitations to it, because you can exclude, but you cannot add any channel over there. So there are certain restrictions to it.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Yes, Chris, you can opt out of any channels, specific channels, but you have some limitations to add channels in the same. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Any more questions? Please, we have a lot of time. Yeah, and I have, gave a link in the chat box about the reporting from, as Rohit mentioned about Looker Studio, agency analytics, and dashboard reporting. This link has two PDFs, one for Looker Studio and one for agency analytics, a Google dashboard, sorry. So you will get a fair idea how the report should look and what's the importance of having the access of the Google's dashboard for ICs. So you will have a good idea about it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I have something from Align. Will the recording missed most of the session? Yes, Elaine, we have recorded this session. It will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. I will surely share you the link for the same. Yeah. So no worries if you have missed few sessions. Yeah. Okay. I have something from Chris as well. So it is for you, Rohit. So the keywords are themes like a smart campaign. No option for match type. Very general 25 keywords.
Yes, there's no option to restrict the match types. It You'll have to add the customs directly over there, And yes, it doesn't conflict with your search campaign. It is an added advantage to your search campaign. It's an added advantage to your campaign. It would help you, it will help you in better ROI for it. And also it would show in like it is a generally a it would show what you call, uh, there's no match tab. As you mentioned, you needed a match tab, but there is no match tab any there. But you can surely, like, you can correlate your search campaign with the PMAX campaign to get more results. And being at a broader way, it totally serves on the audiences, how well your audiences are optimized.
Okay. I think Chris, we have another question from Elaine. So, Rohit, what are your thoughts on using broad match as Google always suggests versus using a phrase match? What do you suggest? What are your thoughts on it?
If it is for search like it is for search campaign, I think the question is for search campaign. So whenever you start a search campaign, initially it's better to start with a broad match, because it gives you with broad match and with maximize clicks, because it gives you certain variations of keywords, and it would help you in getting some different intents, so that you can use those intents, because there are certain limitations for our thinking as well, right? So whenever we start with with any campaign setup, we go for certain like 15 to 20 keywords max, not more than that. And if you start with the broad match campaign, you'll get different variations of keywords, and you can utilize those keywords. And later on, few of the keywords which are more, yeah, it would be, there would be irrelevant keywords also in the search terms. So you'll have to just negative those, and you can utilize those keywords in your campaign, and market to phrase match, because later on it would exhaust your budget as well. So once you got all the variations which you are expecting, you can move it to phrase match. But don't add all into phrase match. It's better to keep different variations. It should also include exact in it, to perform your campaign in a better way, and also to keep your CPC optimized.
Yeah, that was, I think, a good insight and a very good question. So I think align using broad match as Google always suggests. Google is always right. So using a broad match would be an answer for you. But we cannot ignore phrase match as well directly. We have another question from Chris. Rohit, do you suggest running a search campaign to be more granular and a max campaign at the same time?
Search campaign, I would recommend initially for like 10 to 15 days, till the day you get a proper user data. Once you find the user data, like you are getting around like 15 like 100 200 clicks you got, and the users are visited, got engaged to your content. Then later on, after like 15-20 days, you can just switch it, you can just give it an add-on of PMAX, and simultaneously run those campaigns.
Okay, so you're saying to just go for the initial 10 to 15 days with the search campaign and then gradually shift towards the performance max at this same time. Yeah, that's a very good answer. I think, Chris, you got it. Another question is, do you think that the performance max campaigns will replace smart campaigns?
Uh, I think it would replace, because Performance Max campaign gives you all verticals, and Smart campaign, if it is for Smart Display campaign, it gives you certain restrictions, and it would only target display campaigns. So PMax is the future, you can say.
Yeah, so basically he's saying that PMAX is the future, and you have quite limitations for smart campaigns. So it would be only for search or display, maybe one of them. But in the case of Performance Max, you can run on all on Gmail. You can say on Discovery, search, display, on YouTube at the same time. So this is a good approach, and I think, as Rohit said, I also believe that it would kind of replace, not right now, but in the future, it will replace smart campaigns. Yeah. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Still, we have maybe 10 minutes left to end the session. So I think, so yeah, Elaine is asking, do we do audits of campaigns?
Yes, we do audits for campaigns. If it is in, if you have an account which has a set of campaigns which are running now, we do the audits. We find the flaws in it. We find certain improvements in it, and we do the audits and provide a better plan to it. And what are the things which needs to be covered while setting up the while optimizing the campaign? Yeah, we do it.
Yeah. So all the problems you are facing in your current existing campaigns will be solved from Rohit here. Yeah. So the answer is yes, we do audits for campaigns, Elaine. Okay. Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. Sure, Elaine. We will share you the link for the recording. You will get an idea. Yeah. Uh, Rohit, again a question from Chris. So in the discovery ads campaign, in the discovery campaign, where does this target?
Discovery campaign basically it targets your the news section on the Google, wherein if you go in the Google search, you'll Google search or Google News, you'll find your campaigns in the articles just below any article. You'll find your discovery campaign listed over there in a form of search and an image.
Okay, then what kind of audience, is there for discovery? Is it a separate, totally separate entity, or maybe it's a quite a newer, you can say neglected thing? So shall the ICs focus on discover campaigns, or they must be, going with the traditional, the display and search, or shall they like shift on discover from search and display?
Discover it as I said, it is just it shows your ad to the news articles. If a user has logged in from Google, and if the same user goes on the Google news channel and sees their based on his data, because it's a first party data you have collected already, and it is shown to the user who has landed on the Google News. So at that time your ad would be shown over there. But it's just a, like you can say, it's the fifth pillar of your Performance Max campaign. At the initial pillars are the search, display and the YouTube, and then comes Gmail and your discovery. So it's better like you have all the campaigns in one set, so that if you have an article which needs to be promoted, yeah, then you can go opt for a dedicated discovery campaign.
I think Discover is on. I thought Discover is on email and YouTube as well. Not correct, right? Yeah, Rohit. Sorry.
Sorry.
Elaine is asking whether the Discover ad is on email or YouTube as well.
Discover ads is a different, like discovery campaign. That's a different set of vertical. And as you mentioned about a search, and those have a different vertical, that is in the SERP. and in YouTube has a different.
So, Align, email and YouTube are different entities. Discover is a different entity. So, yeah, that's what I was saying, that discovery ads are quite, neglected from every aspect, every ICs. It's a new term. The discovery ads exist in the Google Ads, whole ads. And yeah, it is quite neglected, but is effective for some audiences. So it's a different vertical, and it's not specific to email and YouTube. Yeah, I think this answered your query, Elaine. Yeah, hopefully in the future you might do discovery campaigns. You're not doing it right now. Okay, I think it answered your query. Do we have any more questions? We have a couple of minutes left. Thanks, Chris. I think there are no pending questions. We'll wait for a couple of minutes more. And I would Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your time. We are ending the session. Thank you all, guys. I think we'll probably meet next month, maybe on the new webinar. We will come up with a very exciting topics, maybe related to AI. Yeah, until then, be tuned. If you have any more questions or queries you would like to ask, I'm always there. You can anytime email me. You can email me. We can schedule a meeting maybe, and we can discuss this in depth, more in depth, if you want to learn things. Yeah. So I'm always ready to help you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks, Rohit.
Thank you everyone. Thanks for your valuable time.